So we know I mean, everything that we learned today, we already knew about men. Men like physical attraction means a lot to a man, right? And it goes back to the reason why I think the internet, the smoke about why women aren't doing certain things, because usually the smoke comes when women on the internet are the most attractive women. Whenever they say the wow that comes out their mouth, they take it like this is the problem, blah, 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 right? And they're not speaking for all women. It's just those are the women that you want. Does that make sense? Going back to what I was saying earlier.
No, they be out of pocket.
They are out of pocket. That's not what I'm saying. You're right. They are out of pocket. But the problem is they blow up what those women are saying just because it's almost like, you remember how I said the other week, we were talking about interracial relationships and we were like, we only care when it's a person that we desire. It goes back to that whole thing. You don't care if it's a person you don't desire who's with a person. It's the same logic when it comes to you guys. When it's a woman that y'all desire and she's saying this foul stuff, y'all like, oh, blow it all out of proportion. When there are millions of women that you probably don't desire, though, are doing that.
So can I ask you a question? Do you think that majority of the women that show their face online are unattractive women?
I think they're average.
Normal, average women.
So you think it's normal, average women, right? The thing is that guys are fine with normal, average women. But when the roles is reversed, most women ain't fine with normal, average-looking dudes.
I bet
that's a lie.
Most people are average. Period. So
when I see people in relationships, there ain't no lookers you with. Like, I've seen plenty of women in relationships. I've seen more women in relationships with men I don't find to be attractive than men I find to be attractive.
But you see a lot of attractive people.
The men that I find to be attractive are out here playing the streets. The people who are
more in line with you, I've seen more women that I would say is more attractive than their partner. Than the opposite.
Yeah, because that's literally what I just said.
It's not.
I said faithful and beauty. So she can look better than me, but I don't need to look better than her.
But you just asked the question after you made your thing. You just said women aren't willing to, but they are. They do it. There are more women who are not choosing attractive mates to marry, be with, all of those things. Usually she's the more attractive person in the relationship.
But most
very rare do I see a handsome man with a girl that is, I don't want to say ugly, but I'll say average or not along the lines of like, man, he could have got something way better.
I see.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely. Usually if I see a handsome dude, he typically has a nice looking girlfriend. When he doesn't, you be looking like, ooh, how she, okay, girlfriend.
But like AP just said, AP just made a point. Absolutely. But HD's argument was that women don't date men they don't feel, that are not attractive. And that's just not true.
That's y'all definitely not dating no dude y'all not attracted to. Neither one of y'all would.
No, our attraction is different. We can look beyond looks and be attracted to something else about a guy. We're able, like y'all say, y'all able to separate. That's on the woman's side. We're able to separate some other things. So you may, just like Shan brought up the point, for some women, that wallet looks very attractive. So I'm attracted to that. Screw the looks. I could deal with the, you're not looking good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think AP just said Flavor Flav had baddies. Everybody, if we look at a look scale, we know that Flavor Flav is at 0. Everybody knows that. But he was able to have baddies because of access, right? Either money or access to other rappers that they could potentially end up meeting, access to opportunity. So that's what a woman would look for. She would prioritize that over looks.
Yeah, but that's the exception, not the rule. Flavor Flav, if he was not the money making, the popular status guy he was, he wouldn't have a chance.
That's what we're saying. That's what she just said.
I know. I'm agreeing with that, but you're saying that just because my point was average women do not want average looking men. That's my point. That's all my point.
We said that earlier. We said neither party would want average if they can have above average. But the thing is, most people are average, so the average people get together.
Yeah, but men are more likely to choose an average woman younger, right? Than a woman would choose an average guy younger. Y'all not choosing the average guy early in life. Y'all choosing the average guy later in life.
Again, it's still different. I would say, I mean,
like it could be different.
We're talking about like being in high school, right? Everybody wants the jock. Everybody wants the popular guy. You know, the jocks want the popular cheerleader. You know what I'm saying? So in that regard, yes, I would say when you get out of high school, I would say even in college, when you're exposed to other guys that may have, I would say, how we were talking about, like maybe money, right? You broke, you in college. A lot of college girls meet men outside of college, right? Who are established or whatever. They're going to go for that money, even though the looks may not be there, and they're young. That's why y'all be on here talking about dating younger women. That's
having
how
your bag
you have access to those younger women, is because you're able to offer them either status. Oh, who said? Okay, go ahead, AP. You on my line? Either status, money, all of those things that they are looking for at that age. What happens is when we get older, we realize that those, not to say that those things don't matter, but they no longer matter as much. So we're looking for something that's totally different.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that, you know, some of that is,
I know, I see him.
Yeah, some of that stuff is definitely valid as far as, you know, you want to be able to have that woman have something to look forward or look up to, right? That's one aspect. But also,
excuse me, give me a second. AP is in the chat, the group chat, the IG group chat. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I agree 100% that, you know, some of the things you mentioned is valid as far as what men want. You want to be able to give her something that she can like appreciate, respect, and look up to. Yes. But the actual major component of the reason why men want younger women is because of the way that they look. It's more physical than it is the stuff that you mentioned. And that, because like I said, whether she's 30, 40, 20, 50, the first barrier of entry for most men to deal is the looks. So it's more so the looks, because the reason why an 80, a 70-year-old man and a 50, 40, 30-year-old man would still want a woman between, they say 18 is kind of pushing it. I would say between 25 and maybe 32. I would say that most men from the ages of 25 on will be perfectly fine with a woman between like 25 and 32. Most men will find that to be physically attractive.
Right. And so this is where we go. And you know, and this is, I'm glad you brought this up, because this goes back to my conversation about foresight, right? And so just like Mistaken told you, we understand that men like physical attraction. And she just explained to you, when women are that age, what it is that they like about you. Now, don't get it twisted. There are some fine brothers in their 40s. Few. I would say she may be physically attracted to you, but eventually that 40 turns into 60, 65, and you look like a senior citizen, right? And she's, let's just say she's in her 20s, or she's in her 30s, she's early 30s, okay? The part about that is women have a tendency to change their mind a lot, right? It looks good when you were 45. It don't look good when you're 65. And so you'll find that a lot of those women who are not loyal individuals, and she just wanted you for the money, she leaves, you know, because she can leave and take the money with her. if that makes any sense, especially if she had your children. So that's the only thing, like, because I have a son, and that's the only thing that I'm a little concerned. Like, I don't ever preach that he should do that. Because that, to me, I would want you to find a mate who wants you for you and not necessarily for what you can provide for them.